So now we're going to taste the Geoffroy Rosé de Saignée. And this one, I think the first thing everyone sees is the gorgeous color of this champagne. And I'll explain that in a little bit, why it's so beautiful and vibrant. But Geoffroy is a grower champagne that I have been following for a while. I've had several of their wines. And when I thought about the February box, this was the first wine I chose, and I thought, we have to have that one for February. Not only is this grower champagne so amazing, but this champagne I see just being perfect for Valentine's Day. And this house is known for the rosé. If you ask Jean-Baptiste Geoffroy kind of what they're famous for, or when, what would his peers say about him, he always is talking about, they would say, Geoffroy is rosé. Champagne Geoffroy is located in the Vallée de la Marne in a village called Saignée, which is on the right bank. And this tiny little village, and where the slopes are for this champagne house, is actually the warmest part of Champagne. These slopes get the most sunshine, so they always have really ripe grapes, and that's why they make such a great rosé, because you want that fruitiness and that ripeness. The Geoffroy house started to grow grapes in the 17th century, but it took Jean-Baptiste's father to actually decide to bottle their own grapes and sell their own wine. When they are making their champagne, all the grapes are hand-picked. They only use the first press, and their farming even involves a horse. So let's talk about what makes this rosé so special and different from other rosés you find in Champagne. So this is called Rosé Saignée, and this is a certain method. It's really an old style way of making champagne, but not that common because it's not as easy. So the Rosé de Saignée method is different than what you would see in normal rosés in Champagne, because Champagne tends to take a base wine, which is a white wine, and they blend it with a red wine. But here, the winemaker starts off by making a red wine, and then they just let the juice bleed out and macerate on the grapes for about 2 days for this particular house, which gives it that really vibrant color and a lot of the fruity notes. So let's go ahead and taste it. So looking at the color, you'll notice it's absolutely a gorgeous color rosé. It definitely is going towards the copper end, but it's still really, really vibrant. The perlage is small, vivacious. There should be some foam coming up if you just poured it. Mine's settled now. I think the first set of notes that I get on here are strawberry, a bit of cherry, raspberry, and rose, and maybe this time just a slight citrus. Ooh, that is bright. That definitely has that acidic attack. I'm feeling it right here. When we were tasting this last, I was tasting it with a friend, and she had said, oh, it's a little bit salty. And I said, yeah, it definitely is. And sometimes when we're tasting rosés, they tend to be so fruity, and this one definitely is. But because the grower champagnes are so terroir driven, they really like to hone in on the land. And in Champagne, you will get that saline or that saltiness because, a lot of their soil is chalk. I think this one would pair lovely with lobster, and that would be really, really nice with duck. I think you could even go to pork with this one. It's a medium body, so it has some depth to it. And I think it has about a medium to long finish. Cheers.